Welcome to week 2. You may ask, why are we using a secondary account? Which you'll see here in a moment. I ended up going under Jade with an extra E in it. Well, that's because I filmed didn't film all of me doing week 2. And found out after the fact that I did not film it. So I had to make a secondary account and redo week 1 so I could film week 2. So that is this account. So some of the dialogue may be off. I apologize in advance. Between the two different accounts, I'm going to go back to the original account to film week 3. But just so you know, that's what happened. Worst mistake ever. Luckily, I was able to speedrun week 1 in about 40 minutes. So here we are. Slot 3 of day 1 in this week is going to be a mission that requires horse care, so just put horse care there and save yourself the heartache.
I knew your angelic face was too good to be true. You've pulled the wool over all our eyes.
What are you talking about, Harry?
Enough of your devious little games. Come with me right this minute. You call that grooming, do you?
But really,
Now, no excuses. This horse box is a disgrace. Look at your poor horse. Such negligence is inadmissible. The director will be hearing of this. You can count on it. Right, get it cleared up.
who could possibly have wanted to ransack my horse box like that? I thought we were...
I can't imagine anyone here doing something like that. There must be some other explanation.
I hope you're not suggesting that I don't take care of my horse.
Of course not.
Look, Ginger, I found this on the floor.
It makes no sense. Why would somebody want to ransack a horse box?
Maybe someone wants me eliminated from the competition.
But we're all pals here. Who could possibly want to do such a thing?
All right, you two.
Let's quickly talk about the talk function. It's similar to like Foal's needs from Golden Stirrup Challenge, but for your horse. And you don't have the notebook function. So you hit space to bring up the queue, you left click into any of the 4 categories, and then you right click on the center to go back to choose a different category. So here I'm just looking at my notes. So right click and then left click. Once you have them lined up in order of how they appear, you hit the space bar to submit your answers, and it will go through the little animations. So that is basically how this works. You do have to write down all of the notes from the library or things you observe separately. I have all my notes from when I was a teenager. The next mission is going to be in slot 4 of Thursday, and will require you to know the surrounding area around the riding school, so you are going to want to go on a walk prior to the 4th area, and I would just put walk as your 4th activity, just so that you're not wasting something you actually need.
I'll warn you right now that I haven't had a hugely exciting life. I grew up in a well-off part of Barcelona. My father was a collector. He liked buying things and then selling them to buy other things. His life didn't interest me at all, but he was gifted in what he did. Personally, I wanted to be a vet. But to my father, taking care of animals was a waste of time. To him, there was already enough to do with the human race.
You wanted to spend your life taking care of animals? What a beautiful vocation.
I know. I said to everyone that when I grow up, I would live in Africa in a reserve and I would stop poachers from hunting animals illegally. My father hoped that this fancy would change with age. After all, children change their mind over the years. But time went by and my mind remained fixed on this objective.
So why aren't you a vet today?
I'll talk about it some other time if you don't mind.
Okay.
Okay, if you insist. I was brought up by my Aunt Abigail. My parents didn't have any time for me and constantly gave in to all my dumb demands, probably because they felt guilty. Aunt Abby, now she had time for me. She lived in a little house on a cliff top and liked to go walking in the New Forest. She always wanted me to go too, but all that fresh air and the great outdoors did my head in. All I wanted to do was to see my mum and dad. Instead, I'd spend all my time up in my bedroom writing. I'd write poems and songs, nothing big and clever, but it did help me pass the time. But then when I was about 16, my life totally changed.
How?
Now that, my little princess, is another story.
Where's my horse?
I don't know. I found the horse box like that when I got here.
Not good for you.
Calm down, Princess. We're not in the boxing ring here.
Out of my way. She's the one doing all this.
Is that your best excuse? Find someone else to blame.
Q, you didn't do that, did you?
You're pathetic.
What are you all doing here? The director's coming. He wants to inspect the horse boxes.
What are we gonna do?
Why? What's happened?
You're up the creek now, Princess.
Spike?
What have I done now?
He's coming. We're done for.
Look over there!
Oh, yeah. Brilliant. Yay!
I hope that the pupils have been taking good care of their horse boxes.
Okay, pupils, it's time for inspection.
Was I? Oh, yes. So I started training, and my instructor said I was very promising. Seeing me progress so well, my pa spent all his savings to buy me a horse. My ma was dead against the idea. She thought the money would have been better spent on my studies, but my pa already saw me at the top of the podium, and there was no discussion possible. He bought me a magnificent horse, Orichalcum. This was the happiest time of my life. I worked real hard to make my parents happy. That's when things took a different turn.
What? What happened?
Let's save it for some other time. I've got a really dry throat.
Okay, I know I have not been friendly lately, and I am sorry. You know the Academy is very important to me. Let me tell you my story. It'll help you understand better. I was born in China. My parents were farmers. They didn't have much money. I always loved horses, but there was no way we could afford one, not even to pay for lessons. So I resigned myself to working alongside my parents, which I did for a few years to help them out. Only every night in bed, I dream of huge fields full of horses, and I wake up in the middle of the night sobbing. I'd cry for my fate and how cruel it was, and for my family who'd never escaped their farm. Then one day, something unforeseen changed the whole course of my life. What? What was it? I'd love to go on, but I have to finish this book. It's got to go back to the library tonight. We'll talk about it some other time if that's all right.
Realize this is our first real competition. I'm so not ready for this. I've got this big tight knot in my stomach. I know I'm gonna do something so wrong.
If you're so sure, go back to bed. That way we won't have to put up with your moaning.
You really do know how to put people at ease.
Leave it, Esteban. She loves winding us up. I'm sure she'd just love it if we all failed.
Cool it! Everyone calm down!
Don't worry, you've got what it takes to win. You just need to stay concentrated.
Thanks for believing in me.
So, are you ready? I'm very proud of you all. The progress you've made. You've got it all. Everything you need to succeed. Don't forget, you and your horse form a team. Good luck, and you get a special bonus.
You wait and see, miss. Today you're going to witness a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Make way for Spike the Spectacular.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'd like to point out right now that a clear round is very difficult on this kind of course. Let's see how the young rider manages. Nothing to add. strides, great command. Superb. Very well negotiated. Yes, that was very well negotiated. Great strides, great command. Yes, that was very well negotiated. Nothing to add. Nothing to add. Heavens, what a display! Great strides, great command. Excellent. Now, stay focused. Great strides, great command. Let's hope she keeps this up. Great strides, great, come on. Yes, that was very well negotiated.
You're very talented, there's no doubt about that.
Wendy, you have worked miracles with our pupils. Our school is proud to have you on board.
Thank you, sir. If you'll please excuse me, I'd like to congratulate my students.
Please, be my guest. They deserve all your praise.
What a paradise.
Without Cream Princess, you'll be wrinkled before you're 20.
I can't stand it when he calls me that.
And to think I once believed the Scottish Academy was the best riding school.
Look at you frying in the sun. Who's up for an underwater endurance competition?
No thanks. That kind of game can become dangerous.
This is going to be one relaxing holiday.
Ha! Do not count on it. We are here for an important competition. Don't forget.
If it isn't dear old Birdie.
The director's name is Birdie?
You must feel less lonely in the stupid name club now, eh?
Deborah! You haven't changed one bit after all these years.
I'm so pleased to see you again. Welcome to my academy. We're just finishing getting your rooms ready. Please feel free to use all our facilities, but watch out for the curfew hours around the corridors.
We're here to defend the honor of our school, and not for the first time.
All that's ancient history. This time it's different. Let me present my little army of riders.
I hate to say it, my friends, but I think Bird is right. We are not going to get a minute's rest.
How's it going, clones? Q, I suppose you found some people for your breath-holding competition?
I have important news to announce. I have received a letter from a rival riding school in Morocco who have challenged us to an inter-school trial. Such events are governed by a code of honor that operates outside official competitions.
Such challenges have repercussions on national and even international competitions.
Oh, if we lose the trial, we'll be ruled out of entering the Moroccan national event due to take place in several weeks' time because of the strict code of honor that governs these events.
It would also lead to the cancellation of other competitions. That said, We're not obliged to accept the challenge.
However, a refusal would tarnish the image of our august establishment. So after consultation with your instruction team, we have decided to accept the challenge. You are requested, therefore, to pack your bags. Morocco awaits us.
That's the end of the USA for now. We'll be back for the final championship, but the next 2 weeks we'll be here in Morocco, so we'll see you in the next one.